Yo, what's up, YouTube, and welcome to another learning VOD review. This guy is the best UDYR player on the planet. Pretty much, you can argue that he has been the best UDYR player for like a very long time now. He's consistently playing in 1000 plus lobbies with UDYR only for the most part. And he does what all of us wants to do. Well, minus the AD part, I guess, but he mainly plays Phoenix UDYR, as you can see. He's 1.2k LP right now. His name is Densaik Kamel 69. I probably just cooked the shit out of that name, but it is what it is, bro. I don't know if you're gonna see this video. I don't know if you even watch YouTube videos, but if you do, what's up, bro? Big fan. Please boost my account. He does play mainly Phoenix. But what's interesting to me is I would just love to see how this guy plays in general. Because like I peaked around like 400 LP, right? And I usually play like 200 to 300 LP. Like if I just play ranked, that's like usually where I just like park my accounts, right? So I'm like very curious how the best UDYR player in the world plays the game. By the way, if you guys think that I'm talking bullshit and this guy isn't the best UDYR player, you can definitely drop me a comment of somebody I can do a VOD review of and learn something from, as long as they are okay with it, right? If this guy messages me or comments and says, hey, I don't really want this to be on YouTube, I would literally disable the video as soon as I get access to my YouTube account again, because I'm gonna be on vacation. Anyways, I would say we look at this gameplay. This looks like a stomp, which could be interesting. Let's see, is his team stomping? His top lane is stomping pretty hard. Here it's more like he is doing very well. So let's go with this game, okay? While I'm downloading this game. Hold up. Oopsie daisy. There we go. While I am downloading this game, let's look at his setup. So, standard first back. No magic here, guys. I'm looking for the magic. First items, blue pit, ward. I do the same thing. Why am I not 1.2k challenger? Second items, completely normal. He rushes Swifty, so that's interesting. I usually never buy boots early. Usually what I do is I buy my Liandry's first and then buy boots. Maybe that's the cook, guys. Does he do that a lot? I'm actually curious now. Here he rushes Liandry's. Let's just go through these games and see if he does that a lot. He rushes boots. So I guess it depends on the enemy team comp. If he thinks he needs like the utility from boots more than he needs his item, he's just going boots. He goes boots. Hold up. This game he really didn't? No. This game he didn't even have boots first back though. Let me actually investigate this. Is this guy cooking? Is the boots the secret that's gonna make us all? No, it's probably not. It's probably not, guys. Well, he does it about like 30% of his games, it seems. It seems like he builds them if he just wants the utility for the boots, right? Like this game, he has an auto attacker, so he probably just thought, hey, Tabis have higher value than rushing the entries, I guess. I don't know. I'm just speculating. I am really just speculating, boys. But yeah, I'm so curious. I've never seen this guy play. Unfortunately, this guy doesn't stream. Bro, if you watch this video, why the are you not streaming, bro? We need you. We need you. You don't understand. We need you, bro. Fuck having a real life. Become a streamer full time. We need you. Yo, this guy is just the goat of UDYR, you have to understand. Last VOD review, we had the goat of AD UDYR, but this guy is just the goat of UDYR. Optimized UDYR, right? This is like how you play UDYR optimally. Jendir Khan is more like a eccentric. He just does things that are a little bit out there. So, pretty normal. Just sits in the bush, holds his jungle, walks to the camp. Can I speak, please? Thank you. Normal? Guys, where's the magic? I thought there's a magical trick to hit 1.2 LP. I guess this guy's just good? That's interesting. I guess this guy's just good, guys. Where's the hidden path, man? What is the secret? By the way, guys, if you have somebody who want me to VOD review that's high elo, I would be glad to. We can all learn from better players. That's what I did. That's what I did when I was a youngin' bronze. What did I do? How to play UDYR. First thing I found, my way. Instantly hooked with his content from Trick to G. Instantly learned a shit ton. And you just have to progress and progress this concept, right? At some point you're gonna outpeak me and you're gonna be like, you know what? This HyperHerb guy is fucking old, man. This guy's Joe Biden. He doesn't know what he's yapping about. I need a better player. And then what you have to do is watch review the good players. Or if they stream, watch their stream. So he's just being chilling on the map right now. He's also water walking and celerity, which is interesting. What up, guys? I want to check something real quick because I do this also kind of for myself. You feel me? Does he just go the same rune page? No. So he goes blue. He goes all rune pages. He goes inspiration. He goes green. He goes blue. Well, that doesn't help, bro. No, but to be honest, when you climb, you should, because like you don't always need the same secondary runes. First runes are usually pretty normal. Hold up, we didn't even check his runes, did we? We got ADHD'd. He goes last stand, y'all. He is a last stand enjoyer. He does not go cut down ever. Interesting. Would love to know why. From what I've tested and played, cut down is just objectively better. But maybe he plays fights very differently from us peasants. He got clapped a little bit. Walks to his top side, he gets his crux. I'm really curious what he's gonna do after the crux. Is he just gonna full clear? He looks for enemy camps. No, he doesn't. He looks for a gank. And he looks for enemy camps. So he just looked to do something instead of farming his jungle. Interesting. And then instead of farming his jungle, he does Drake instantly. What are the conditions right now on the map? I should actually look around instead of being lazy. So his bot lane is... This wave is shoving into... I don't actually really know. No, this lane is kind of even. It's shoving a little bit into them. But he just says, I don't care, I'm gonna do this anyways. Does this guy have like... foresight or something? In my head I would just think Kiana's gonna come into the river and fist me here with bot lane. But maybe he does it because it's so crazy that nobody actually expects this to be the play. And it's a fucking ocean drake too, man. So that's really interesting, guys. Interesting to the point where I'm a bit confused. So doing Dragon there is definitely risky because it's an ocean drake and his lanes were being shoved in, right? But maybe it's so crazy that it just works. Nobody expects it. You know, it's like schizo. He loses Grom for this. He did lose Grom, right? I think so. Yeah, she hits 6 from this. She can't ult because he has E. Again, he did not go for the clear item, he just went boots. Also, he does not have approach into Lilia. Usually I go approach into Lilia because of the chasing potential, but maybe he just substitutes that with base mobility and having the Swifties. But again, most of these things are just very situational, right? Farms this red buff, farms this Crux. He gets the kill on the enemy top laner, that's interesting. Now he has 3, at least 1 grub he can take. Then he doesn't have ults. He stole another grub. He plays like very unpunishable is the word I guess I'm trying to say. Like the only play so far that the enemy team could have really punished is his dragon play. But other than that, he plays very like... He's on the same side as the enemy jungler. His entire jungle is already farmed. He got a kill, which puts him into an advantage. And then he's just in a position to play aggressive. You know what I mean? He puts himself into positions where he can play aggressive in a way that won't risk him just dying randomly. That's unlucky. Some shenanigans bot lane and they die. Happens in every elo, guys. Don't get it twisted. Yeah, they just pick up a quick kill. I would slow down if the fight would be interesting. We just got Dragon instantly from base. Let's actually talk about that. So he comes out of base. And he does his crump. And he instantly walks Dragon. Interesting. I guess he knows based on like the jungle camps respawning where Lilia should be right now. Or maybe this guy is just playing aggressive. Maybe that's just the secret. Maybe you just don't give a shit and drop your balls. Maybe that's the secret. Interesting. Takes enemy camps. He knows that he can't do anything here without his passive, I assume. He drops his passive and leaves. Not leaving any room to be punished, really. Spot side. Goes for a quick gank. Gets another victim in his R and goes back for Leandris. He's walking top side. I mean, bot side there's nothing up anyways. I wonder if he's gonna walk to the grubs or if he's just farming. Okay, he's just farming. Makes sense. There's no way that he can contest them anyways. There's the play mid lane. Takes a few minions mid. Here he just does it. Being chilling full clear. And he does a little gank on bot lane. Again, I personally would go approach here just because Zeri and Lilia, both targets that are like more chase dependent than get into range dependent, but this guy probably knows better, guys, I'm not gonna lie. Kills her here with a Q2, he took her camps again. Like, I have to actually go back again and see what even happens here, exactly. So, they get the gank. He takes her Crux. Lydia just walks into him and dies. I guess this is not... This is just happenstance. Hey, guys, as a peasant, I'm just gonna say this is happenstance. Okay, this just happened. There's... Hey. Happens to the best of us, happens to the worst of us, okay? so far the thing I noticed is it seems like all of his plays are very, very... I mean, every play you should do should always be calculated, but his plays are calculated to the point that, like, he's playing 3D chess or something. Or it just looks like he's playing 3D chess and he just plays very confidently. He got a nice R2 here. Flash R2 for Bomber. He focuses the dragon. He plays very aggressive into drakes, it seems. Maybe that's the secret, guys. Maybe taking every drake. Maybe we should drop some camps for drakes, eh? No, but obviously this guy just plays very confidently. And very, like, every aggressive play he goes for is not paid for by a lack of CS. It seems, you know what I mean? Like, he's not in a position where, like, the enemy, he does an aggressive play and the enemy jungler just takes his camps. It's like his camps are already gone and then he takes the aggressive play. Like, all the camps that could be taken. He walks up, he gets an R2. Great UDYR gameplay, guys. Nice Juggernaut. Runs up to you, throws spell at you, leaves. Enjoy. We Juggernaut now. Make us a microwave again, please. Please, Riot. I beg you, just turn us into a microwave. Done being a mage. Jinx takes red, he goes back, he bought some resistances and got his item completed. Now he's just running around the map. He spots them there. Which is, I guess, also very valuable, right? Just seeing where the enemies are. So now they're doing Nash. He E2s and gets fisted. Hold up, I need to see what happened to you. What happened to my gold, bro? What happened to my gold, man? So right now Jinx is in Narnia. Na is up here, he doesn't have rage bar. Lulu's behind him, but I mean she's obviously much slower than him, especially when he E2s, which he has to here. Does he just think, hey, I have like an AP bruiser item, a tank item, and tanks that I can tank this for a few seconds, but then quickly realizes that, wait, it's season 14. Tank stats don't actually exist. I'm not a tank, even though I build tank items. I'm a pseudo mage, pseudo tank type beat. I assume that's what happens, but you guys can see that even like the best UDYR player does like some oopsies here and there, some miscalculations here and there. Which is very interesting, makes me feel much better about myself. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know about you guys, but that shit makes me feel good. Okay, he lives this. I would have died there. He gets extra 10% tenacity for fun. Zeri does some for funning. This is gonna be dragon here. Dragon soul. Fat bomber mountain dragon. Obviously there's like a lot of team play happening here right now. Not just him, but I'm just like focused on what he does. Okay. He doesn't do anything here, he farms. He does some more farming. Works enemy jungle. Looked for a kill, it didn't pan out. He's hovering for his top laner. He has a lot of gold right now in his pockets. I don't know about this fight, I'm not gonna lie. Like, look man, I'm just a peasant. If you watch this video, of course, with all due respect, bro, I'm just a peasant, okay? I'm just a peasant talking from a low master, mid master perspective, but I just don't. Actually, I guess here it looks really juicy, right? It's overall a very risky play. He probably just thought that his Yasuo deals more damage than he actually ended up doing. I still think it's a very risky play in general. Maybe not something that is needed, but maybe I also play too safe in general. Maybe this play was better, but something mechanically messed up on Yasuo that I didn't pick up. This gameplay is this the right gameplay though? Is there just gonna be like a lot of fighting now? Well, yeah. Yeah, it is the right gameplay, no? If not, we have to do two. Yeah, it is the right gameplay. Interesting. I had just more kills in my mind, but it was actually more assists, so I guess there's gonna be some fighting here we can look at. So he walks up behind him, he does a flank. Again, maybe it makes sense that he goes last stand, right? He is not shy to take any damage. He doesn't play UDYR so major, he plays them more tanky. Like, just going in, trying to tank people, trying to slow them for his team, while dealing some base damage with R and the Andres. Here they get a kill. And they push. Guys, somebody tell me the secret here. Normal build? Maybe it's just good, man. I don't know. Maybe just consistent. What I see from him, and kind of saw from UDYR too, is they play like, well, they just play like way more aggressive. Like they are not afraid to die for something. They would rather like try a play that's aggressive and that could work and that has like a high personal agency, I guess. A play where like you can actually determine a lot of the play, whether it's 50-50 or not. You just play for you being better. Then he plays safe. Maybe we play too safe, guys. Maybe. He's involved in a lot more plays and he dies, yeah, but the plays he dies in are not horrible. They're more risky. Early game, he took a lot more calculated risks. Mid to late game, he just takes a lot of more risks. Like he just walks in, right? And he is pretty tanky. That was actually a cool play, I'm not gonna lie. Like, that is something I have actually not seen from a lot of UDYR players. So, the way this works here is that he walks in, right? And then he's gonna take a bunch of damage from a lot of people. And he just calculates in his head how much damage he's gonna take here, right? He's within 4 people right now, right? And he drops his R and flashes out, which, yes, he can die here, technically. But he has his Conqueror stacked and his Leandris, and his R's definitely gonna do a lot here with the slow. Which is pretty interesting. I think most of us would have just played for W2 here, to tank more. But he played for, I max out their damage on me, flash out, drop my damage stance, and kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Because that way he absorbs a lot of damage while dealing a lot of damage. Interesting. Yeah, I would say confidence is like a huge difference I see in his gameplay compared to me or even like other master elo UDYR players. He plays very confidently, especially in the mid to late game. He is not afraid to just walk into 3 people. which seems to like work for his play. He has last stand too, and it works to his success, right? Like this guy obviously is the best UDYR player, so there has to be something about it that is just correct over playing safe. But then again, I don't know if this guy would do this in like low elo. I mean, for him, Master 400 AP is probably low elo, I'm not gonna lie. But he plays very team-oriented. I want to say he plays very team-oriented, more focused on tanking damage and being a disruptor than being a hard carry. And he plays for a lot of stuns, he plays for a lot of just standing in 3 people with base R and tanking damage. He plays for a lot more different super stances like Awakens. He plays for like Awaken E, Awaken W more than usually I do. Usually I just play for like looking for a good opportunity to drop my R into their team. Maybe this was just that game, but it seems like from his match history, as you can say, he doesn't really go Riftmaker, bro. Maybe last item he goes Rift, but he doesn't go Riftmaker, he just goes tank. He just wants to be a tank. He doesn't want to be a... It doesn't seem like he really wants to be a juggernaut so much. Here he went AP. I mean, you kind of balled this game though. It was also full AD. So it makes sense. But it seems like for the most part he's just trying to be... like, take as the entries for base damage with Darksteel and then just build as many tank items, like the most optimal tank items, and just walk into their team and be a disruptor more so than being a damage dealer. There's some games where he goes AP, but again, full AD, right? AD. I assume that top lane built AD, he did. So it's interesting. Very interesting. Like, very... This is just scraping the surface, of course. Like, this is not what I'm saying is not what is going on in his head, right? His head has way deeper and way more meaningful explanations for his plays. But even scratching the surface, I feel like I can absorb some information that I didn't have before and actually learn something from this, because it really does seem like early game he plays relatively standard, but more calculated, I would say. Mid to late game, he has way more tank stats than the average UDYR player, and he plays like he has more tank stats. He goes in more, he tanks more, he tries to... he just tries to be a meat shield disruptor way more than the average UDYR player, I would say. The average UDYR player like me is just gonna go something like Liandry's DMP Riftmaker and just wait for a moment where I can drop a really good R. I feel like he utilizes more of everything UDYR than the average UDYR player. Like he uses his HP more, he uses his armor more, he uses his base armor, his base abilities more. It seems like he just uses his UDYR as a whole champion way more than we do. Especially his approach to fighting is very different. It seems like he just wants to be a tank. Right? It seems like he just wants to be in the middle of shit and tank shit and be the front line that his team needs for the most part. He goes into a more supportive carry role than a carry role. Anyways, guys, I'm sure we all have learned something and picked something up from him. He also plays for way more dragons than I do usually. He just does riskier dragons, I would say. But anyways, guys, liking, subscribing is much appreciated. Still comment if you want to do it for the algorithm, but just understand that right now I can't answer comments. I'm not home for an entire month. You can join the Discord server. The link is in the description below if you want to chat with me. And if you have any suggestions for another high elo player I can spectate, you can drop that in the comment section or on our server. I can still read comments, don't worry. It's just like hard to answer to everything. And I see you guys on the next one. Peace.